Good Monday evening and welcome to the NCW Life Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Nice to be back. Before we get to tonight's top stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. And a nice day today. A lot like yesterday. We saw some blue sky and a mix of clouds in there. A little bit of a breeze today as well, but all in all, a nice day and a beautiful shot looking down at the Wenatchee Valley. That's from our Sky-Fi Tower camera up on Wenatchee Heights, the cross camera. And as we take a look ahead through this week, it's going to be nice tomorrow, Wednesday, and into Thursday as well. And then a little bit of a cool down as we get into the Memorial Day weekend. We will see cooler temperatures and a chance for some rain. And we'll talk about much more weather coming up a little bit later on. Now, a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. A 24-year-old Tonasket woman was killed and two other people were injured Friday afternoon in a two-vehicle accident on Highway 97. A Chelan woman who allegedly distributed explicit images of a teen girl as part of a dispute involving her child has now been charged under Washington's child pornography and revenge porn statutes. And Wenatchee Valley police agencies say they've recovered hundreds of thousands of dollars in property stolen from construction sites from around the region. But first, our top story tonight, a 14-year-old Wenatchee girl drowned yesterday in the Entiat River. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office said more than 40 rescue personnel responded after a report about 4:15 p.m. that the girl had been washed away and a 20-year-old East Wenatchee man was stranded on a rock in the river at Lake Creek Campground. That's about 20 miles up the Entiat River Road. A sheriff's office helicopter crew spotted the girl downstream from the campground in the fast-moving water, and then crews used a rope system and ladders to reach her, but she was deceased. Meanwhile, a helicopter from the Naval Air Station Whidbey Island hoisted the man from the rock in the river, and he was treated by a Ballard ambulance crew. The rescue operation lasted until about 8 p.m. The sheriff's office said to protect the privacy of the family, the names of the girl and the man are not being released. A 24-year-old Tonasket woman was killed and two other people were injured Friday afternoon in a two-vehicle accident on Highway 97 about 3 miles north of Riverside. The Washington State Patrol said Lorena Gonzalez Martinez died at the scene in the 2:30 p.m. accident. She was a passenger in a vehicle being driven by 38-year-old Gabriela Harrison Garcia of Loomis. The State Patrol said Garcia lost control over southbound 2014 Chevy Camaro, which crossed the center line and struck a northbound 2015 GMC Sierra being driven by 37-year-old Joshua Brown of Loomis. The State Patrol said Brown drove onto the shoulder, attempting to avoid a collision, but the right front corner of Garcia's vehicle hit the left corner of his Sierra, sending him into the ditch and the Camaro into the center of the highway. Garcia was airlifted to Central Washington Hospital in Wenatchee, and Brown taken to Mid-Valley Hospital in Omak with undisclosed injuries. The accident closed the highway for about 3 hours and 45 minutes with no detour. The State Patrol said charges are pending against Garcia. A Chelan woman who allegedly distributed explicit images of a teen girl as part of a dispute involving her child has now been charged under Washington's child pornography and revenge porn statutes. Douglas County prosecutors filed charges against 47-year-old Amanda Sue Austin, including dealing in depictions of a minor engaged in sexually explicit conduct and a charge of disclosing intimate images. East Wenatchee police say Austin and her teen child entered Eastmont Junior High School on March 21st, where they distributed printed nude images of a former student. Investigators say the incident was part of an ongoing feud between the suspect's daughter and the other teenager. Austin faces an additional charge of burglary for entering the junior high building. She remains free on her own recognizance and must appear for arraignment on May 31st. In other news, Wenatchee Valley police agencies say they've recovered hundreds of thousands of dollars in property stolen from construction sites around the region. The Columbia River Drug Task Force says a search warrant that was served Friday in the 100 block of North Keller Avenue in East Wenatchee found more than a dozen heat pumps, 3 stolen trailers, and thousands of dollars worth of lumber, siding, and flooring. The multi-agency task force says the stolen goods are related to thefts from construction locations in 4 counties, including local sites in Chelan, Leavenworth, Wenatchee, East Wenatchee, and Rock Island. One suspect, Enrique Juarez Rodriguez of East Wenatchee, is currently jailed on $50,000 bond. A Douglas County deputy arrested him Thursday while allegedly towing a stolen trailer, which led to the search warrant being served on his home. He's not yet been criminally charged in the investigation, but police say anyone with more information should call 664-2310. Well, when we come back, Governor Jay Inslee announced Friday that some contract workers for the state will no longer need a COVID-19 vaccination in order to work. Friday marked the official last day for political candidates to file for the August primary election. This week, the Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce Careers After School program offers students a glance inside the court system. The director of the Washington State Patrol visited the Wenatchee detachment of the force this week to carry out promotions and commendations for local troopers. And a Wenatchee High School and Wenatchee Valley College graduate will be one of 8 women competing in the Miss Washington pageant next month. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCW Life Evening News.
I'm John Divis from Wenatchee Dental Arts, and I like to think myself as a comprehensive dentist. We are an office that treats people comprehensively for their dental problems. We do a lot of general dentistry in a broad sense. We don't send everything out. Things that we have the ability to do in the office, we like to keep in the office and under one roof and keep things as complication-free as possible. You can come to one place and have all their dental needs taken care of.
Welcome back. In another news, Governor Jay Inslee announced Friday that some contract workers for the state will no longer need a COVID-19 vaccination in order to work. The governor's update to executive orders he issued during the pandemic removes the vaccination requirement from contractors who work primarily outdoors, as well as for volunteers who aren't involved in healthcare services. All other contractors, as well as designated state employees, will still need an up-to-date COVID vaccination to perform their jobs. Well, Friday marked the official last day for political candidates to file for the August primary election. State Representative Mike Steele will have an opponent, Robert Amon of Gold Bar, which became part of the district when it was remapped earlier this year. He filed to run for the seat on Friday. Both he and Steele are Republicans. Commissioner Mark Straub of Douglas County won't have a challenger for re-election this year, but there are 3 contenders for the Chelan County Commissioner seat being abandoned by Bob Boogert. They are Ann Hesburgh, Zachary Miller, and Sean Smith. Hesburgh is running as an independent, while Smith and Miller are registered to run as Republicans. 2 other Chelan County races are also contested. There's the Chelan County Sheriff's Office with incumbent Brian Burnett facing a challenge from Deputy Mike Morrison. But at the Chelan County Clerk's Office, which handles legal records and Superior Court documents, longtime clerk Kim Morrison will retire this year after 12 years leading the office and 33 total years working there. 3 people have filed to replace her, including Deputy Clerk Sandra Arachiga. In District Court, John Volan and Alan Blackman will square off for a judge's position left by the retirement of Roy Four. In Douglas County, Rock Island Mayor Randy Agnew is filed to challenge the incumbent Douglas County PUD Commissioner Aaron Vebrock, who's just finishing his first term on the PUD board. This week, the Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce Careers After School program offers students a glance inside the court system. Kids between grades 6 and 12 can join up on Wednesday for a tour of East Wenatchee Municipal Court, where traffic infractions, small civil claims, and other matters are resolved. They'll learn about the jobs involved in making the local court systems run. Careers After School is designed to help students discover occupations through events held on site at local businesses. Participants can register at the Chelan Chamber of Commerce website. In other news, the director of the Washington State Patrol visited the Wenatchee detachment of the force this week to carry out promotions and commendations for local troopers. Chief John Batiste promoted one trooper in District 6 to lieutenant and 2 to sergeant. The State Patrol detachment serving the Columbia Basin was named Detachment of the Year, while Trooper Thomas Lefavwan won 2 special commendations, Trooper of the Year and Collision Technician of the Year. District 6 serves Chelan, Douglas, Grant, Okanagan, and Kittitas counties. Well, a Wenatchee High School and Wenatchee Valley College graduate will be one of 8 women competing in the Miss Washington pageant next month. Jayla Young qualified for the pageant after being crowned Miss Puget Sound in July. It's her second time competing for Miss Washington after qualifying as Miss East Cascades back in 2019. The Miss Washington activities begin Tuesday, June 28th, which also happens to be Jayla's birthday. Representing Miss Cascades at the Miss Washington pageant this year is Kenzie Hammond. You're watching the NCW Life Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCW Life Evening News. Please stay with us.
Attention RVers and campers! There's a huge RV liquidation event going on now at Click It RV of Moses Lake. Click It RV of Moses Lake must make room for new inventory arriving daily. There's a huge selection of top quality RVs that must be liquidated to make room for new arrivals.
You're going to want to be at this event.
Get to Click It RV Moses Lake's huge liquidation event.
Get to Click It RV now. Are you going to be mad, bro? You probably already are.
Get the best deals anywhere at Click It RV of Moses Lake.
We guarantee it.
Hello, my name is Brian Brett, the Fire Chief for Chelan County Fire District 1, and I just wanted to talk about how amazing our Rivercom team is. They are intentional, purposeful, and skillful in everything they do, and they are the best at what they do. How they prepare, how they handle the caller, how they coordinate the emergency services, and how they push themselves to be the best. This is the kind of spirit that our Rivercom telecommunicators have. Our community needs you, we need you, we admire you. You're our lifeline.
Welcome back to the NCW Life Evening News. Eastmont Schools last month marked the Dia del Niño, or Day of the Child, with an outdoor fair in Eastmont Community Park. In tonight's features story, the district put together this video of the event, and it looks like a fun time was had by all.
Good morning, this is Myra Navarro-Gomez, Eastmont School District Assistant Director of Special Programs. Today we're here at the Day of the Child event, Dia del Niño. This event was put together by our PAC parent reps to ensure that our families and students could spend some quality time outdoors. We are so thankful for all the community members that are here and vendors. We have people from PUD, we have people from CVCH, we also have Coca-Cola, just to mention a few. We are very thankful for all of their support in putting this event together. The goal for us is to ensure that our families can spend a quality day outdoors with their children while getting direct access to community resources. Students will get to play different games throughout each station, and best of all, they get a prize. We're also thankful for Tacos Chava / Encantarito, who has donated all of the food to ensure that our families would not go hungry today. Thank you to all of you guys for participating. Thank you to our staff for being here today and volunteering their time to ensure that this event goes off with a blast.
Good morning, everybody. We're happy to be here at Festival of the Child from Eastmont District. This is Dali, this is Dharma. Dharma goes to Sterling and Dali goes to Lee Elementary, and we love it. We love to celebrate, so thank you for having us. Yay!
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Have fun. See you. Bye. Have fun. Okay.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you all had a great weekend and a good Monday. Boy, I'll trade you the weather that I had when I was in Montana over the weekend with highs in the low 40s and lows in the mid 20s. So this feels pretty darn good. And it was a nice day out there again today. We did see a mix of clouds and sun here in the Wenatchee Valley, but temperatures weren't all that bad as we look down from our cross camera. 72 unofficially, and that's just a couple of degrees below where we should be for this time of year. 52 our low, also right in the ballpark for our normal low temperature of 51. Our record high is scorching 93 degrees back in 2001. Our record low 38 in 1975. Nice rainstorm, I understand, on Saturday, even a little bit of a thunderstorm, and we did pick up 21/100ths of an inch of moisture out of that. Now gets us to a little over 4 inches since January 1st, and that's about a half inch above where we should be for this time of year. Sunrise 5:15, sunset for us tonight at 8:41. Let's take a look now at your Tuesday temperatures. Tuesday and Wednesday going to be nice days, and temperatures are on the rise as we make our way to midweek. 75 in Moses Lake and Ephrata, 73 for Quincy, 73 in Wenatchee, a bit cooler down in Ellensburg with 70 degrees. Lots of 70s then up the Highway 97 corridor, 72 in Chelan, and 73 the high temperature tomorrow in Omak. Tonight we'll see increasing clouds. There is a pesky area of low pressure out in the Pacific, high pressure ridge in front of that, but it will send some clouds our way. Still be a little bit breezy tonight as well, with lows right around that 50-degree mark. This looks a lot cloudier than it's actually going to be. A lot of this gray or just high cloud, so we'll call it partly cloudy tomorrow and seasonal with high temperatures, as we talked about, in the low 70s. For Wednesday, it's going to be a beautiful one. Partly cloudy skies and warmer with highs into the mid 70s. Will we actually be above normal? We'll have to wait and see for Wednesday. On Thursday, that low pressure system finally wins out, digging that high pressure area farther to the south, and that'll allow some rain showers to move in. Not so much during the day, but here's what happens as we get into Thursday evening. We have a good chance for rain with highs again in the 70s. And then, as I mentioned at the top of the newscast, cooler weather for Friday, a 50% chance for rain showers. Will cool back down into the upper 60s for Friday, even some 40s and 50s in the Cascades. A whole nother area of low pressure moves in on Saturday, mostly cloudy with showers. We'll just call it showery for Saturday. It will be cooler with highs only in the mid 60s on Saturday. Most of the rain showers once again from the Cascades west. And then by the end of our forecast on Sunday, mostly cloudy skies. We're going to stay on the cool side with high temperatures Sunday into the mid 50s. Let's take a look now at that 7-day forecast. Tonight we'll drop down to 47 degrees. Boy, these next 3 days, or at least Tuesday and Wednesday, are going to be beautiful. 73 tomorrow, 76 Wednesday, and then some showery weather for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Cooler too, 68 Friday, 66 degrees on Saturday. And as we get into the end of the forecast on Sunday, mostly cloudy, should be dry Sunday and cool, with highs then around 67. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCW Life Evening News continues right after this.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
And now it's a sports update on the NCW Life channel.
And a happy Monday to you. The Wenatchee boys soccer team's headed to the Final Four of the State 4A tournament after a 2-0 win over Issaquah on Saturday. It took just a little over 3 minutes for Tyler Wisen to score his 25th goal of the season, his 42nd of his career. To put Wenatchee up 1-0, Giovanni Munoz scored the game's final goal at the 25th minute to put the Panthers in the Final Four for the third time in team history. Wenatchee will have a chance to avenge one of its 2 losses this season when it faces Skyline in the semifinals Friday at 4 o'clock at Spark Stadium in Puyallup. Pasco's playing the Bellarmine in the other semifinal game. Well, taking a look at the Les Schwab Prep Boys AB soccer tournament scoreboard from the weekend. Quincy fell to Seattle Academy Friday 3-2. Cascade blanked Vashon Island 4-0. Bridgeport fell to the Bush School 4-0. On Saturday, Cascade's quest for the Final Four came to an end, falling to University Prep in overtime by a final of 3-2. Eastmont has its first fast-pitch softball district title in school history. How about that? Wildcats blank Moses Lake for the title Friday after a 30-minute lightning delay. Final score 10-0. Wenatchee's season came to an end Friday, falling to West Valley 11-1. The Rams then ended Moses Lake's season Saturday in a last chance at state by a final of 9-7. Eastmont will face Kamiakin in the first round of the State 4A tournament at Merkle Field in Spokane Friday at 10 a.m. Win, and they'll face the winner of West Valley and Jackson at 4 o'clock. Lose, and they'll play a loser of West Valley and Jackson. That'll be at 2 o'clock on Friday afternoon. Well, Cashmere claimed the District 6 1A softball championship Saturday in Peshastin. The Bulldogs won their opener over Omak 14-3 after Cascade dispatched Quincy 12-2. Then in the title game, Cashmere able to beat Cascade 11-6. Now the Bulldogs head for the State 1A tournament Friday in Richland with a play-in game at noon against Hoquiam. If they win, they'll play a first-round game against Nooksack Valley. That'll be at 2:30 in the afternoon. Well, Okanagan made it to the State 2B tournament after a 7-5 win over Brewster in a last chance at state game on Saturday. Okanagan will play Toledo in a play-in game in Yakima Friday morning at 10. If they win, they'll play a first-round game at 2 against PL Willapa Valley. Meanwhile, Lake Roosevelt, the District 6 2B champs, will play the winner of Goldendale and Colfax in a first-round game Friday at 2 p.m. Moses Lake's tour of the state 4A baseball tournament lasted 2 games Saturday. The Chiefs beat Curtis in their first round game 5-1. Then Richland, who beat Mount Si 12-2, topped Moses Lake 2-0 in the regional championship. Freitas stay in the state 2A tournament also lasted 2 games Saturday in Western Washington. Tigers beat 5-1 to advance to the regional championship, where they fell to Tumwater in a tough one, 2-1 the final. Chelan is in the Final Four of the state 1A baseball tournament after 2 wins at Rec Park Saturday. The Goats shut out Meridian 4-0 and then clobbered College Place 14-1 to win the regional title. Chelan will face Bellevue Christian in the semifinals Friday at 4 o'clock. That's at County Stadium in Yakima. Well, things didn't go as well for Quincy Saturday in Mount Vernon. Jackrabbits were put out of the state 1A tournament by Cedar Park Christian 10-0. Cedar Park then on to win the regional championship. Brewster is the regional 2B champions after 2 wins on their home field Saturday. The Bears opened up with a 10-2 win over Warden. Then in the title game, Brewster shut out Kalama 3-0. Bears will face Jenkins Chihuahua in the semifinals Friday in Ridgefield at 4 o'clock. Jenkins reached the Final Four with a 5-1 win over Okanagan Saturday at Shadle Park. Bulldogs got to the regional championship with a 9-1 win over the Tri-Cities Prep earlier in the day. Liberty Bell lost its opener of the state 2B tournament at Castle Rock Saturday morning in Two Forks by a final of 2-0. Two to Lake beat Ilwaco and Forks to claim the regional championship. Real quick, as far as the Mariners are concerned, it was a miserable weekend in Boston with an 8-4, 10-inning walk-off grand slam home run loss to the Red Sox yesterday. Frankie Cordero, or Franchi Cordero, it depends on who you're talking to there, provided the historic swing of the bat in the bottom of the 10th for Boston to complete the 4-game sweep of Seattle. Spoiled a great day for Adam Frazier, who tried as he might to get the Mariners over the hump, but it wasn't going to happen for Seattle. They slump home with a 3-7 road trip record and will host Oakland in the first of 3 games at T-Mobile Park tonight. That's coming up at 6:40. Also, racing rained down at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval over the weekend. They'll try it again on June 4th on Mr. Dizzy Night. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And the Mariners continue to struggle. Now let's check with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on the Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. On Tuesdays, Wake Up Wenatchee Valley will air in its entirety Jefferson Robbins and his conversation with John Brengwin, who's a local attorney. The question is, what exactly is driving under the influence of marijuana? We know what it is driving under the influence of alcohol, but there's a legal gray area. John Brengwin will talk about his concerns with Jefferson Robbins on tomorrow's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, plus your weather forecast, plus sports, plus everything else you need to get your Tuesday up and going. We invite you to join me. We're live and local here from Studio 4 in downtown Wenatchee tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Dan. And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
It has really been a great partnership between Succession and NCW Life. It's not always easy to sit in front of a camera or a microphone, but you guys have made it a really nice process.
It's a little scary at first, right? You're just throwing money out there hoping it comes back. And to see those results come back through and see people walk through the door and say, hey, saw your TV advertisement. Those are the kinds of things that you see the return on. And when you look at the cost spent, you know you're making a return on it. NCW Life really does a great job of exposing our brand and Succession Wines to North Central Washington. There's a huge market here and market potential that NCW Life is able to help us capture, spread who we are, and tell the world about what Succession does, and they are a great avenue for that.
Watch Vibrant Living, brought to you by the Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center. Find out about programs and activities for ages 50 and over, and meet amazing seniors who contribute to our community. New episodes Sundays at 1:30 p.m., replayed throughout the week on the NCW Life Channel.
The NCW Life Channel offers marketing packages that help you build your brand and sell your products and services. From traditional TV ads to targeted digital campaigns, let us help you build your customer base. Call NCW Life Channel today.